Hello everybody, how are you doing? Okay, so it's one of those days again where I start my video, everything's going great, and my screen goes out. I don't know why, so now I'll do it again, okay? So today I was telling you good morning in the other video, so I'm gonna get a good head start today on my work, okay, and stay focused. I'm doing Taurus's reading, April love reading. Okay. And so basically, I was getting an understanding of what's going on here. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe and click the bell button. Okay. So anyway, so what's going on here is that there's a possibility that Taurians are either dealing with a Cancerian person and they're getting a move on that relationship situation, or it is possible in addition to that, the Taurian could have Cancer in his or her chart, okay? But in addition to that, the Taurian could be getting, I guess, moving forward in his or her career, okay? So I found something funny, which is when my video stopped, I was like, wait, why did it stop? Like, okay, so I'm gonna keep going and tell you the funny thing that I found. But actually, I'm gonna tell you now. So it's kind of like the Taurian is getting a move on something. But like three cards later, he's trying to take a rest, he or she. Okay, I'm gonna go in the middle and fill in the blanks there, but I just thought that was funny and that's when my video stopped, so I'm just gonna bring it up in case I forget to bring it up later. So what I want to say about this is I was gonna say there may be an issue that Taurians experience just out of your personality characteristics where you love luxury, you love to relax, you love to like eat the chocolates, you like it's like you want this life of luxury where you can rest and relax, and you don't really know what hard work is about. Maybe you don't know how to stay focused. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I found it funny that your reading started off with a chariot card like you're on the move, but you got tired like two cards later, three cards later, okay? So that's the issue that you may want to consider, because it's like you barely got a move on it, and then you're already resting, recovering like you like lifted up a whole building and you need a superhero break. Like, okay, you guys have to learn how to balance out your work life so you don't always rest on your laurels and want people to do everything for you, or always want to be treated like a king or a queen but never actually put in work. So maybe consider that and don't take offense, because I just thought it was funny and then my video stopped, so I don't know if I wasn't supposed to say that, but I said it anyway. Okay, so you're getting a move on in your career or your relationship. The Nine of Wings here is about it's the Nine of Swords, so it's about stress. So your relationship or your career was stressing you out, okay? And so I was explaining to you, it could be because of your personality. It could just be that you want the good life all the time and you don't want to put in the work to achieve it, okay? So you got to kind of figure out how to balance that out, okay? So, um, so now we have the Three of Roses. So it's like you were stressed out by your career or your love life. You decided to put in some work. I don't know if putting in work gave you stress. Therefore, you're considering, well, am I even investing my time wisely? Why does this situation always cause me drama? And so, because you are wondering that, you're thinking if you go somewhere else, if you start anew with someone else or somewhere else, that it may be better. So that was where this rest and recovery card came up. So I don't know what was your decision here. Um, you have gained strength and wisdom throughout your whatever this situation was that you took a break from at the beginning of the reading, where we have the get moving forward card. Like you've learned some lessons, and I can't remember the title of your past month's video for March, but basically you're learning lessons. We're all growing and learning. So you just gained some wisdom. And so maybe in your gaining wisdom, maybe you decided it's more wise for you to invest your time and energy elsewhere, because wherever you are may be a dead end. I don't know if that's work or love, in love. So it's like you take a break. So it's like, so whatever it is here that we start the reading with, it must be so toxic that even when you think to put in work in that situation, it's almost like you can't even fathom how putting in work will even make that situation better. So that's why it's like you are basically you're in hermit mode. You're trying to like get away from something that is not working. And it has to do with a soulmate or a karmic tie. It might not be a soulmate because a soulmate might be a good energy. So it has to do with some type of karmic debt that you are dealing with or situation you got yourself involved with. And okay, so say for instance, I don't know if it's relevant, but say for instance there was a Cancerian involved or you have Cancer in your chart or something. I'm not sure if this is reflected in this energy here because this is water sign energy. So this is the Queen of Shells reverse. So the situation is making you feel like you don't want to even face the person you're dealing with. You feel embarrassed, you feel ashamed. The person you're dealing with is making you feel bad about yourself, and it's almost like you feel like everything is your fault. And that may or may not be true, but you just feel like you can't even speak your piece. You just feel awful. Like whatever you're in is making you feel pretty awful. So the next card is the Hope card. I don't know if there's an Aquarius involved in this also, but basically you don't feel like there's any hope, as I stated already. Like I didn't even understand how can you move forward and then need a break so quickly, but it's just a really toxic situation. So the Princess of Gems here, this could be your energy again, and it doesn't matter if it's a female on the card. It's explaining the energy of how you're feeling. So the Princess of Gems here in the reverse position, she's saying, well, I don't know how to move forward out of this bad situation because I don't have the financial ability to support myself. So she's feeling upside down and trying to figure that out. So it seems to me like I didn't understand what was the charity. Like if you feel like your money is bad, how could you be given charity? Well, it seems to me like you're trying to get knowledge so that you can move forward with your career and move forward on your own. So the problem is because your money is not looking really good right now. And this doesn't have to resonate for all Taurians, but it's like you're dependent on your person to help supply you with the finances to, better yourself so that you can maybe get away from that person. Now, see, your person, when you approach your person in that regard, your person is not feeling necessarily good about it. I don't know the reason why. Maybe your person enjoys having someone to argue with because arguing comes up in this reading. So it's almost as if your person likes you in this place of feeling like it's all your fault, feeling like you can't do anything to get out of it. It's almost like, is there some type of I don't know if I should say sadistic mental abuse that's going on. I'm not really sure, but that's just what is coming out of my mouth right now. Maybe it's relevant for some people. I don't know how many, but yeah, it seems like somebody likes to play mind games or something, or I don't really know. It just seems like, okay, like you, whichever energy is coming first, Taurus or your person, it's probably you, Taurus, but it's like you want to get out of this situation, but you don't know how. You're dependent. You're codependent on someone else to help you to get out of the situation. The person you're dealing with may not really want you out of the situation. So say, for instance, if you're the Taurian person and you are in the energy of this Princess of Gems, if you did need money for classes or something like that, I don't know how much you're gonna I guess you still have to tell them whatever you need to tell them, but maybe you should pray about it first because I don't know how that person is going to respond to it. It seems like they don't want to help. When you go down a couple more cards, they do eventually probably help you, but it's kind of like I'm not sure that they want to. The reason why they may not want to help, maybe you have children together or something and they don't want to be left with the responsibilities of you not being in the home. Also with this card, your partner may be the type who may be cheating on you. So it's really unfortunate sometimes when you're trying to better yourself and make moves forward, it sometimes give an open door to your person to go out and make mischief and be with other people. So that's kind of sad, but that may be what's going on. So when you in this Princess of Gems energy reverse, when you speak to your person here and say, well, I'm considering going to classes so that I can better myself, so that I can have better career opportunities before me in the future, your person is gonna behave in, or it doesn't have to be, but this is what may happen. This is what they may be feeling but not telling you. Like their feeling is that their feeling may be like, their response may be in a rather immature way. Like, I'm going to put this card. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put your card down. So your person's response to you could come across as either mean-spirited. It can come across as maybe a little immature. Like, why do I have to pay for your education? Why don't you pay for it yourself? Now, I'm not putting ideas in other people's heads, but I'm just saying your person, it's almost like you and your person, your person seems to like to argue. So it's almost like you are fighting a battle sometimes that you feel like you can't win. And so it's actually rather challenging. Now, what I initially thought was that this person is possibly your father. This person here, it doesn't have to be your partner. It could be your father. Like maybe perhaps your father wants to be in control of you and your time and your energy and your focus. I'm not really sure, but it's probably not your father, but that's what first came to mind. Like you needed money from someone to pay for your college education or university education. So because the Hierophant is here in the reverse, it could be either or. It could be about marriage, but because if it was your father, it almost seemed like your father would want to cooperate with you. So I don't know if that father part might be for some of you who are not married, who have maybe not so loving relationships with your parent. But anyway, like I said, there's some type of immaturity and disagreements going on, and it just seems like this person likes to argue. At least for this reading, that's what seems like is going on. So the next card here is the Five of Roses reversed. And what does that mean? Let me flip it and think for a minute. So it's the Five of Wands, and so it's like you guys are arguing about it, okay? So, and I'm not sure if this person is aware of the reason why you would like to. So at least if you have to say to your person, like, hey, I'm thinking about going to college to get better career opportunities in my future, you may not want to say, because I don't like this relationship, because it's very toxic and I would love to get away from you. If you say that part, maybe that's why there's an argument. And sometimes some of us can be so truthful, we might let things slip. So kind of be careful to not do that. So let me see. So anyway, an argument comes out of the situation. Like you know what you need to do to move forward, but you're not getting cooperation from your person just as yet. So anyway, the Two of Roses here is about it's about your partner. Your partner here is trying to figure out what is he gonna do. Because he's saying, well, if you go to college, I have to watch the kids, or I have to do the housework or something. He's like, woe is me. I have to do work and I don't really want to. And so he's trying to figure out, do I even want to stay in this relationship because I don't know what, something like that. Like, I'm not sure if he's coming with a loving attitude. I'm not sure if he's understanding how to support you as a partner. And maybe that's why you're trying to get away anyway, because this person, for some reason, seems to not understand what relationships are about, or at least a loving relationship. So this person is debating whether or not he wants to stay in this relationship, or he's trying to figure out what does he want to do while you're gone to class. So what is coming up, I clarified to figure out what was that about. So he's trying to make a choice about a commitment. So he's trying to figure out, like, do I even want to be in a committed relationship or not? He's trying to figure that out. Because maybe, okay, I'll give this person credit. Maybe he doesn't like to argue. Maybe arguing comes because you two are too different. But technically, when you look at the cards here, as you guys are speaking, you're both in Pentacles energy. You're both thinking about money, maybe, or, money is an issue together. I'm not sure why you can't be on the same page. But the reason why you maybe can't be on the same page is because it's a karmic relationship. That means no matter what you do, it's not gonna, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but no matter what you do with this person, it may never work out because you may never be on the same page mentally, spiritually, emotionally, or physically, okay? So that's the reason why, this is why you're feeling the urge to get out of it. So let me see. So anyway, so the next card here is your person. We're still working with this King of Gems card here in the reverse. So he decides to go out and party. He may be picking up people while he's out partying. I don't think you started to go to class yet. This is his personality as it is, even before you start to go to class, okay? So that's some type of betrayal in the form of cheating. It doesn't really have to be that he is cheating, but maybe perhaps he leaves you and then goes to party but doesn't bring you. So the next card here is the Two of Wings. So the Two of Wings is about balance. What does that mean? So he is indecisive. So he went out to party to maybe clear his mind. He went out to go figure out what does he want. Like, do I want to be single or do I want to be committed? So I clarified that to see what is really going on. So I got Ace of Pentacles. So this has to do with like a new beginning in finances. Now this may be in regards to the Taurian. I'm just going to guess this is the Taurian, their energy of needing to get a financial head start through education. So your person is debating whether or not he's going to help you get a new start financially, okay? So the next card is here, Charity. So he's debating on whether or not, I'm going to put this down. Your person is debating on whether or not he's going to give you the charity to get that new start in your finances. And then, so he is, I almost was wondering, was he going to put in the hard work in the relationship for the relationship to stand the test of time as opposed to him being single? I'm not sure if that's what it's about. Is it about him considering whether or not you're going to put in the work to succeed in your studies? And then the last card is Independence. So I don't know if this is related to what he is thinking about investing in you, or is this about him? Okay, so if it's about him, I don't even know what. Maybe he's thinking, okay, well, if I give her money, maybe perhaps it will come back to me in our household and we will have more income. And then he's thinking about, then you can help pay the bills. You, whoever is the Princess of Gems. Okay, so he's thinking then you can help him pay the bills. And then he's thinking, yeah, then you can get a job and then you can be independent. So maybe it just seems like he's probably trying to let you go too. So you're trying to get away from him and he may be trying to get away from you. So that's kind of sad because that means your household is going to be full of tension. So the next card here is the Ten of Shells. And so this card is a card of like a happy home life. So what I think happened, I'm not sure, but what I think happened is that he did decide to give you the money. Like he was indecisive, but he decided to choose the family's well-being. So he probably said, okay, I'm going to give you this money because it'll help the household eventually. And so you guys are not arguing, at least for this moment. So the next card here is the Nine of Shells reversed. So what does this mean? Let me flip it so I can think about it. It is about a lack of abundance. So that was him giving you the money. So I gave you $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 for your classes. That's like one class. But that's what I remember in the past. So don't listen to me in regard to that. Hopefully the cost of education went down, but that's just me being wishful. But anyway, so he gave you however much money, and so it took away from the family savings or something like that. And so, and considering the times we're living in, I'm not sure if this is still accurate because I did shuffle today, but Hopefully it's still accurate. So anyway, so the prince, oh, okay. So consider yourself lucky and blessed that you have the opportunity to, educate yourself so that you can make a better life for yourself, Okay, so anyway, the Prince of Wings reversed is, let me flip it. Okay, well, he is, I think this is your person. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting this. This is your person. He gave you the money because he said it will benefit the household, but I don't know why I get the feeling. I'm not sure if he's drinking or something like that. It's not even the King of Cups like here, but for some reason I feel like this is like, even if he doesn't drink, this is his mental way of, I don't know if celebrating is the right thing to say. It's like I'm picking up like this person's method of dealing with their imbalances. I'm not going to say mentally. I'm not saying that this person has problems, but it's almost like I gave you what you wanted, but in order to compensate for it, I'm going to start an argument. And I just, for some reason, considered that like drinking. It's kind of like the same thing a person would do, like if they go out and drink when they're upset. So when this type of person gets upset, instead of them drinking, they start arguments. So I gave you what you want. You should be grateful to me, right? And then you, whatever, whoever this is possibly the Taurian person, you feel bad because it's like this person makes you feel bad. And so it's kind of weird. So it's kind of like weird energy, like where this person wants you to like bow down and serve them. And I'm not really sure. It's just weird. I don't know if I said that correctly, but it's just weird energy. Like, what I would say to this person, if you're like a cross watcher, is when you give, you're supposed to give of your own free will, and you're not supposed to like make people feel bad because you gave to them. And if it made you feel bad to give her the money and you want to start like an argument, it's kind of sad. It's kind of like maybe you need to talk to someone, like, counsel with someone or talk to someone to help yourself understand, why do you feel the need to argue, and how does that make you feel better? Why is arguing making you feel better? Because it's actually not really healthy for yourself or for your person. So I think that's what is going on, is that he gave you what you asked for, but it starts an argument, and that's what's the toxic thing. Now this is earth sign energy, so it seems like something that, say for instance, if this king in reverse gave the money and it made him feel bad, he may not be the type of person to write stuff in a diary. Maybe he has a friend or someone he can talk to say, you know what, I gave her the money. Well, actually, that may be tricky, because if you're talking about your personal relationship to other people, it's kind of like gossiping and stuff. So I don't know. That might be tricky. You could do that with a therapist, but I'm not really sure. But I'm trying to figure out how to help this person stop the arguing, because it's not really helpful. It's not healthy for him. It's not healthy for the people around him. So anyway, that's something that whoever is listening, if it resonates, you might want to consider ways to, alleviate your feeling of you lost control of a situation. You gave into what somebody else wanted and it made you feel bad. I'm not sure if that's what's going on. Why is that happening? You like have to trace that back to when you were younger and try to figure out what's going on, because something's going on there. Anyway, this King of Gems gave his person some money for education. He got upset, started an argument about it, and then he went into a different type of energy. So he went from this earth sign energy here. Mind you, when he was over here, he was unfaithful. Okay, he was unfaithful already. And so when he's over here, it's more abusive, which is what I'm kind of talking about. Like there's something going on here that needs to be addressed, from a mental standpoint, whether it is a person who needs to get around more enlightened people. Like say, for instance, in this energy, maybe perhaps he's the type of person who keeps his cool and nobody can tell that he likes to argue, because everybody thinks he's a cool person. Only his person knows that about him, right? So maybe perhaps if he hangs around happy people, or maybe listens to some type of church ministry, maybe that may help to lighten up whatever it is that's going on in his mind, because something's going on in his mind that makes him argue. And sometimes when we argue, I don't know what, I'm not going to go into that. Something's going on here, okay? So like I said, he gave into his person, but it makes him destroy himself and others at the same time. So he is going from this argumentative person here, and now he's becoming abusive, okay? So now he's like in passionate energy. I don't know what he's thinking right now, but it's not good, right? So he's like, I gave you the money, you can go to class, but guess what I'm gonna do? Remember that he was trying to figure out which direction he was gonna go in here? He was trying to figure out, do I want to be committed or not? Okay, so now it seems like he's making this decision. So I don't know if he's being abusive to the person, because the argument is kind of like bothering the other person, so that's not helpful. But this behavior that is naughty may be in the form of cheating at this point. And like I said, it's some type of psychological need that this person has. I don't know if to hurt other people. I'm not really sure, but something's going on there. So what he decides, instead of, because a while ago he said he was gonna do the right thing for his family's well-being, but at the same time he's conflicted and he's saying, I'm gonna act like I'm single, right? In this energy, he has access to a lot of people because of his position at work or just his position on social media. I don't know. So it's like he's using that to his advantage to like go off and, I don't know, start something new or attract attention. Because like I said, there's something going on here. Like this person needs to either be in control, either energy needs to either be in control or to be seen by other people. So there's something going on here. So anyway, so this person may be using, the masculine may be using his intuition, and he comes across someone that he likes because I guess he celebrates sometimes or socializes. I don't know what he's doing, but he was acting like he was single. And as he was acting like he was single, maybe he came across this Queen of Wings person. So I'm going to, I don't know which card I'm going to use. I feel like I should use this card. Okay. So this King of Gems person, he's in the reverse position. He comes across this person here. I want to just stick this one in the middle there. So this, okay, hold on. Okay. So this passionate king here, he's so busy. He doesn't have time for a person. So I don't even know what he's doing, right? He's using, like, instead of using drugs and food to be addicted to, he's using mental games to like feed his addictions, right? So anyway, he's acting like he's independent. He draws this other independent person toward him as he's like socializing or working or something like that. Seeing as though he's such a busy person, work-wise or whatever else, seeing as though also he has tendencies to be abusive, how is his appearance in this woman's life, how is it going to affect her energy? Like, she's cool by herself. She is minding her own business. She wants somebody who's going to tell her the truth. She wants somebody she can live with and be at peace with. How is this person's energy going to affect her well-being? Okay, so I'll ask that question and then I'm going to show you the next card. The next card here is the Princess of Roses. So it's saying that this person, because this person is upside down, because this person has a tendency to be abusive mentally to his person, mentally or emotionally to his person, when she comes into his presence, he didn't flip her around, but he changed her energy. Well, now she's independent and probably, I don't know, she is probably happy and doing fine, like with the person or without a person. So now she is out and about socializing. Now she is like in more immature energy. I'm gonna put down these cards first for a minute. Okay, so as I stated, it's kind of like a woman minding her own, being independent and cool with it, right? Her life is balanced. She's cool, right? This could be a Libran, a Libran person. So anyway, now her energy transforms. into like an attention seeking type of energy. Like sometimes when women are like realize a guy's into them, maybe perhaps they may do things to get their attention. So maybe she changes the way she dresses, changes the way she talks. I'm not really sure, but she's doing something different to, and it may just be getting out and about more and getting attention. So I don't know if like they say energy is contagious. So this person might have wanted I said energy. That might be a slip of the tongue. This person might have wanted attention from others. So I don't know if he said put on some clothes, let's go out, and that's why she's in this energy of like kind of like a karmic energy, like to get other people's attention. So he's trying to draw a person. So she was a pretty person, but she was independent. So he's like making her like get out and about more to get him attention. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. So let me see. I'm going to see what happens. So now the Four of Roses is the next card here. So the strange thing about it is when you put these two together, I don't know if this person turns upright so he can stop being abusive. I'm not sure. But when you put these two together, for some reason, it seems like they understand each other. So it's kind of a weird turn of events. Like for some reason, because I wouldn't think that this person attached to this person would bring a mutual respect. You know, I didn't think that. I would think something worse would happen, but maybe this person tames this other person here. Okay, maybe her balance, maybe lovely Libra's balance tames this person who's upside down. This is a fire sign energy. This is Leo, Aries, or Sagittarian energy. So this person is magical perhaps and can flip anything around, because it seemed like here this was a difficult case to work with. So let me see. So like I said, it's very interesting. They seem like they're on the same page for some reason. And so I'm not sure what happens here, but in regard to the queen, who is now a princess, I'm not sure if she's going to get recognition because of who she's hanging around, because this person is kind of like a leader in his field or something. So I don't know if that's social media or if that's like a work career position, but basically it's going to bring this person attention or accomplishment. No, I'm sorry, not accomplishment. Whatever she was accomplishing, because she was in this type of energy here. So she was minding her own, so she had work on her own to do. So she may be getting some type of achievement or something like that. She may be getting investments in her business, something like that. But it's strange. I don't know how that worked out, because you know, I was actually worried. I don't know. I was worried about this energy. Really about both of these energies were worrying me. But for some strange reason, it seemed to have worked out. I don't know how. So you guys surprised me. This was Taurus's reading for April 2020. Okay. You guys be blessed. Take care. Don't forget to look through my other videos. I have yearly previews. I have daily readings and these monthly sign readings in love. Okay. You guys be blessed. You can also look through my description box for other opportunities to either buy tarot cards or get a personal reading or to make a donation. Okay. I appreciate you guys. Take care.